The Islamist troublemaker, Anjem Choudhary, has been found guilty of directing the Islamist group al-Muhajiroun. Choudhary is yet to be sentenced, but for years he has abused British tolerance and hospitality, claiming thousands of pounds in benefits at the expense of taxpayers while striving to undermine democracy and the rule of law. He's even supported those who try to kill us. He praised those responsible for the 9/11 and the 7/7 attacks and called for the murder of His Holiness the Pope. He has also condemned freedom of expression, democracy and human rights. He was sentenced to 5 years and 6 months in prison in 2016, but released after only 2. Now he faces life in prison. One of the reasons Islamists have been able to thrive in British society is their escape from scrutiny. For a long time, I saw the benefit of our contempt of court law. You only had to look at the circus that ensued during the O.J. Simpson trial in the United States to realise that having a free-for-all could be problematic, as the trial became a trial by public opinion, although the jury was kept isolated. But in the modern world of interconnectivity, this isn't effectively possible. We ought to have faith that our juries will be able to follow the instructions they're given to disregard prejudicial narratives in the public domain. One of the key reasons our contempt of court laws need to be reviewed is that they stop the timed discussion of the activities of people such as Choudhary. The moment someone is arrested under the current interpretation of the law, there is effectively a media blackout. Any public discussion that could possibly influence the case is banned. And there may be some merit to this process, but it has stifled the debate that ought to follow Islamist terror attacks. On the 15th of October 2021, Sir David Amess, then Conservative member for Southend West, was murdered by an Islamist and immigrant, Ali Harbour Ali. The news broke, Ali was arrested, and then the country went silent. People were not allowed to say that Islamist terrorism was the inspiration. What was needed was a public discussion about the link between mass migration, a lack of integration, and Islamist extremism. We never honoured Sir David's memory properly by having that national conversation. By the time he was convicted, it was too late. And these laws are intended to serve the interests of justice by preventing a popular clamour for guilt or innocence. Instead, the contempt of court laws have created a conspiracy of silence in which the Islamist cancer has metastasised. It's time to review these laws and put free speech at the heart of these processes. The stifling of free speech by the contempt laws is simply no longer practical. Social media and online resources will inevitably be used by juries, however much judges try to stop them. Poor old King Canute is much maligned for showing that he didn't have the power to hold back the tide. Judges should learn from his late majesty and realise that contempt of court worked in an analogue age, but is outmoded in a digital one. As ever, let me know your views, mailmog@gbnews.com.